Alrighty, everybody. So we're here for about ready to collect the people for the DadCraft 73 patron stream weekend, and then we will get this party started. Go with. Alright, so we've got some tunes going. I'm just going to have to turn them down a little bit. I want to make sure it was something I was happy with. Because they're just going to be a little loud for everybody's ears. Okay, alright. So, I don't think I have a proper name for that, okay. But we will survive this. And we're just going to set our... Oh, I can't talk today. Okay, happens. Sometimes I derp pretty badly. Today is one of those days. Okay. We hope. Alright, through. Good evening, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Hopefully the hello will come in momentarily. That's a lot of readers. Welcome, welcome, welcome on in. Trying to see which item was muted that didn't want to cooperate there. Alert audio. Okay, that's not...
Oh, hello there!
Hello, everybody, and welcome on in, Raiders. So glad that you could stop by. And we will be, just momentarily, as soon as I get my head screwed on straight, be finishing up, starting the last segment of the August
hello there!
DadCraft patron stream weekend. And yeah, anyone who wants to join in, but then wants to lurk or whatever, do what they need to do, that's totally cool. So yeah, what we've been working on of late, so just things seem really strange to me on my screen, but that's okay. They're just the same as they were when I left them last night. So aside from it's nighttime. What we were working on yesterday was trying to raise the walls. Sorry, I'm just like out of the way a little. And my to-do list fell over. Okay. Move it to the other side of the room. That would probably help. Okay. So yeah, I was working on the walls. So I'll just give a real quick show where we're at because I couldn't stop working. There was a part of it that was really bugging me last night. So I tried to see where the next height piece would be, and we're not going to be spending the major part of the stream to start with over there. But in order to figure out the height at the top on the outside... Oh, come on. In order to figure out the height on the outside, I needed to start building the arches on the inside, and that's what was actually bugging me, is because I really wanted to get start on that one. So, yeah. Today's plan... Hey, G. James. Good to see you. Welcome on in. So, today's plan, I'm just going to show you real quick, is to the northeast here, I have this crevice thing, which I've discovered under here actually has another hole to it. But it turns out that we found out by the pre-cam that I was using yesterday and today that by going and sort of pre-exploring the hole a little bit, just as an attempt to show you guys where I was intending to head, we have discovered that there is a mine shaft in there. Now, mine shafts are not my favorite place to be. Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Mine shafts are definitely not my favorite place to be, but every once in a while, you know, the kitten's got to grow some claws and give it a shot. So I will be perfectly upfront when I start saying that I'm kind of out of sorts today. I'm not trying to be, you know, cranky and ooper-me and all that sort of nonsensical jazz, but just thought I would let you know. So we're going to be going and doing a little bit of possibly intentional face rolling of this situation. And so that's why I'm just putting away all my stuff first, and then we're going to go ditch the little bit of quartz armor, the little bit of netherite armor I've got, and then we're going to move from there onto quickly grabbing up some diamond armor from the traders. Nothing's too fancy, and I'll just go with the tools we've got because they're easy enough to replace. But the armor's just a bit of a pain if I lose the netherite stuff, and then we shall get ourselves down in the hole, see where we can go from there. That box has stuff in there I'd rather not put in there because it's going to be in the way. That doesn't fit. Okay, put in a different box in the other room. Yeah, so we're going to go and do some... I'm not quite sure what to label it. Moody Minecraft shaft working, I guess? Something like that? I don't know. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll totally figure it out as we go. Have a twitchy thingy? Oh, you've got a twitchy thingy. Water Oswin. Yes. So anyone who actually has their stream should be getting shouted out by Water Oswin. That's where we're at with that one. And that is as weird as it sounds. He's the new addition this weekend. He, it, they, whatever. Whatever you want to call an AI. I know some people say they have a mood, they have feelings. I'm like, nah. I would beg to differ, but neither here or there at the moment. They don't. I have a spare upgrade in my Did I Die box, so let's leave these here. Oh, actually, that's probably the better plan than anything else. Is rather than wasting time with dumping weird stuff in weird boxes, let's just take out this stuff, put in that stuff. Got 2 and 3. 5 will get me out of full efficiency unbreaking. Maybe do a little bit of repair, but nothing major. What else have I got? Yeah, that'll be half decent. Blue diamond chestplate in there. I could have sworn I bought a second pair of elytra. Oh, yes, I bought them and then promptly had to use them. Right! Cool bot. I'm glad you think I've got a cool bot. Particularly since the bot's new, I'm still not really sure where I'm going with it, so we'll just have to see how that works. Okay. I know I named them that. I'm trying to remember. For those spares I bought. I think of the spares I bought, so just to know where to get more fairly inexpensive if I have to. Let's throw those down there because I'm probably going to want them. Food. Carrying the totem. That should be good enough. I think. I don't usually want stuff from inside a whatchamacallit, so it's more of an adventure than anything else. What's around? That would be good enough there. Yes. Yeah, so the Water Oswin is a bit of a joke that I guess is a joke for me. Not that that sounds wrong, but even if I'm the only one that understands it, then that's cool. But it is a reference to a Brother Cadfael mystery book. Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There's anything I want to trade. Actually, what's in the toolbox? Try something that's equally good to what I've got now. Efficiency, mending, no. No silk touches. That's not good. That piercing, no. Breaking. Extras. Toolbox, not much. It looks like I will have to repair, which stinks because I thought I had some better extras. Alrighty. Now, one could repair here, which would be smart. That's probably what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be either fast or inexpensive. So bear with me. Hello, Neverweaken. Welcome on in. Pleased to see you. So, if you have never been in the channel before, I'm actually quite curious if you're comfortable with it. Not just Neverweaken, but anyone else, James included. If you haven't been here before, I'm always curious to know, how did you find me? And or what was it about the way you found me that made you feel like you wanted to come on, to drop in? Fine. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. I have just a little bit of iron. And that's not being sarcastic. But from time to time, this place does need a little bit of a clean out. Start with these and see how far that gets me. Found you through your aunt and uncle. Huh. I'm curious, but welcome aboard. Thank you for choosing to stick around for at least the first couple of minutes and actually answer the question. I mean, I do understand that sort of question can be considered a little bit personal, I guess. So yeah, never ever required around here to ask anything personal. Oh, whoops. Don't want to do that. I want to take that out of that hand. But over there. Yeah, you can carry this one. Alright. Yeah, so this is kind of the slow way of doing it, but it works. So that's what I'm going to go with. Okay. If anyone who plays Java happens to know of a fabric-based mod that allows you to filter out specific sounds rather effectively, I know one that works well for me on Forge-based modded, but not on fabric-based modded. And the thing is, I'm discovering I'm loath to visit things like the Blaze Farm or the Ender on stream, just because it's ridiculously loud. That's really what it comes down to. I don't like it. So, if anyone has any suggestions like that, please do drop me a written line, because I have trouble remembering some of those things when I'm on stream.
There.
Oh, Kristen just said hello to... Oh, Lyric! Hello, Lyric! Yes, so quote of the day. Question of the day, sorry. Question of the day was, if you had a dream job, what is your dream job? That may be the same... It may be the same question as yesterday, so we can start with this one for the first few minutes, and then we can feel free to move on to a new question of the day. Okay, good. I need to load some of the other iron. Excellent. That might not do it. Let's take the very side just a moment. Ah, yes. I do remember talking to you a lot, James. I'm glad that you were able to find the people you were looking for. I guess my question to you personally would be how you found the greater community, I guess, of the bunch of us that led to Stream Weekend. Was it via like a raid or a recommendation, or just scrolling through your list of channels and hey, this picture looks neat, let's go for it? And in the hypothetical question there, Lyric, you can do or be whatever you want. So, so if you had your dream job, and let's assume that you automatically got your dream skill to go with said dream job. The only exception that I think I'm going to throw in there is we can't suddenly say, hey, I'd love to be a superhero. Because that's like a whole different kettle of fish. I guess we could move on to that afterwards, but... Okay, you fools. Come on, do something useful. Let's see. Probably gonna be faster. Faster and probably cheaper. I spend the wasted time over here. Grab myself a book. Shelf. Efficiency X. Sorry, non. Ooh. Fine. Punch the bookshelf. I said to Dub Dynamite earlier, sometimes your stream just semi-makes the content for you, in that you try one thing and it becomes a chain of 6 or 7 other things because of little items, like not having fuel in a furnace, or going hunting for a book. Can't remember why. One of these days I'll play with the villagers here. I don't like the fact they're in little fence sections. It makes me feel somewhat claustrophobic in here. But don't touch that, right? What was the other thing I wanted for the backpacks? Remember now. Game tester might be kind of fun. It actually could be kind of cool. Review content creator. What do you mean by that, Lyric? I'm kind of curious. What would be a review content creator? Like, maybe not an alpha tester, but more of a is this okay kind of thing, or? I'm trying to compare it, looking at the axe, to the ones in my hand. Well, that's not going to help anybody. This one, Book Touch. That's a trash axe. So, what? Can't put the one I'm carrying in my. Okay, you guys are awake. Have you refreshed yet? Thank you. Oh, I got it. Okay, I know what you mean, Lyric. Now I can see why. Kind of hard to explain. So. If I had a dream job, it's funny. I'm not sure what my dream job would be, and as you said yesterday, I'd have to think about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dadcraft's a really cool creator, and he's got an amazing community, so it's interesting to see what other people do that are also interested in Dadcraft's work. You know, and doesn't even necessarily mean that we start here. I mean, there are some that have started here and then springboarded off elsewhere. And then there are some that have found this community through others, and they themselves already, we're creators themselves. So just creators meeting creators, and other times it's people who were not creators, found us, enjoyed what Dadcraft's community did, and became a creator of their own accord. So, you know, it's not all a creators only community. Like, there are plenty of people on Dadcraft's patron servers, or servers for patrons, that they're plenty that just play. You know? And some that help each other out, and some that hermit, and some that always feel that they're behind because they joined late, but then we do our best to bootstrap them up, and the door is always open, sort of thing. Haven't had to do much this season, but in previous seasons there's been very successful communications between people on the server. If someone's going to stream and be doing some sort of base tours or something, or like server tours, that one of the other active players will say, okay, that's great, but I'm working on something I don't really want revealed on stream right now. And so we just tend good at avoiding those people's faces and stuff. So I mean, everybody's supportive in their own way. And the other thing is, they're also nice enough to say, hey, if you don't really want help and you wanted something on your own, then we'll leave you be. But if you die in lava or something, not that I don't understand that one, but if you die in lava or something, or you fell from a high place or whatever, people will pop up a message and say, hey, you doing okay? Lyric claims he was here first. I cannot verify or deny that fact, but he's paid for it, so we'll go with it. And so the biggest fan is now up to 120 points. I believe it rises 5 points each time. So we are... Oops, why am I swapping those? So we are just about... yeah, we're slowly climbing. Those things that artificially... I know it's a bit of a game, but it's one of those artificially things that makes you sort of feel like a bit of a real somebody. if you're worth more than like 5 points, to say, hey, I'm your biggest fan. Because it's so easy to get points once you're an affiliate. And I was complaining about not having an axe. How many people were yelling at the screen, hey, you! Right there on the wall. No. Any case, I have a spare pickaxe. I have one Silk Touch axe, which I should probably have a spare because of mine shafts and all that. Fortune of Fit. Oh. You know, one of the other things would love to have for Mojang. This axe is not bad, but I wish it was a Silk Touch axe. There are times you really want a Silk Touch axe. However, you can't just go and take off one enchantment. I'd have to start from scratch. Right? What do you have here? There's the problem right there. Dude, I don't want that. How about this one? Let's see, 1, well, I can probably combine those, but I don't really care. 2, fine. Plus, what have you got? 2, I'll start there. See, this is the guy who's got the right axe, but you can't take off just Fortune. Alright. In any case, what do we got here? NC2. Oh, right, you're an armor guy. Let's see. Let's just go with it. I might even end up face rolled first. Actually, I'll even check the safety box. Probably another good plan. The other thing I can do is take H. Oh, take that off. Right. Look at this. Efficiency 2. Okay, so if I burn this one, I shouldn't, but if I burn it by mistake, at least an efficiency 2 to get me out of trouble. Enjoy, CJ Bot. Good luck being the champion of the hill. Oops, no. Over there.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, and I just did that backwards. Could have get an axe, not a pick. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Alright. 30 seconds left. By the way, I was kind of curious. Fantastic Shot Fox has mentioned a couple of items that he's seen go by that we don't really know what they are. Has anybody bothered to look those items up yet? Figure out what they are? I'm kind of wondering now. Of course. Add books. Okay. Rigged! I call that rigged! Water Osmond, shame on you. Alright. Always at a premium for spaces, so let's just go see if I can find a spot really quickly to dump off all these extra things. Planty. Looks like a cactus. Oh, the plant. I got it. So it's probably rather literally a cactus in a plant pot. Which is really, really odd. Yeah, odd. I'll go with that. Okay. I was looking to clear out a couple extra boxes. Take that one, this one. These can go. I think I need that, but I should leave it where it is. And oh, not in that one. Last. If I don't put the other two down here, I'll never know where they are when I need. Ouch! Wow, nepotism at its best. Yellow. I'm sorry, Fox. We have to stand our ground on that one. Oh, bedtime. realm. Let's not run away bedtime. All right.
Hello?
Hello, Benson. How are you doing? Welcome on in. And ourselves into a hole. Hello, can I go
there.
without crashing? Not crash to start. What are these boots? Oh, okay, these are okay boots. 2, 3, 2. I know what I forgot. I didn't need the milk, I needed the bucket. Just ride this one down to see where it goes. Where do I want to go? And next question, what's the bottom? Congrats, CJ. Okay, at least that's not as rigged. Sort of. Here. CJ, yep. He's only a little rigged. Because he's temporarily a sub. Oh! So you can get the LEGO stream. Okay, so for those, Lyric, thank you very much for bringing that up. I do appreciate it. So, there's 22 hours left. I blew it on the community LEGO stream setup. But basically what the plan is, if I can get 75 grand, so we're actually farther into it than you realize. I blew it and doubled the goal because somehow I thought there was another or more points hanging in the wings than there was. Also, the other redeems were too expensive, so I didn't realize that either. But in any case, if I can get it to 75 grand in points, I'm going to do an extra stream outside of my regular schedule, which is usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings. Like, well, middays, I guess, for most people. But the plan for that would be that I would do one of multiple larger kits as an end-to-end piece. So I'd, start at one spot and spend the entire time just building it all. The choices that we were talking about is show real quick here, because, do that. Give me one split second. Let's go straight to the... So the options we'd be looking at would be, there's one, looking at the, right in the camera, there we go. We've got the hospital wing, that's one option that we've looked at. We've also got the magical trunk available. Let's do that. Oh, no. And, oh. Got that one where you can choose which house room we want to do. I'd probably do a mixture on the outside, but there's diorama set pieces on the inside. So we'd have to choose what's that. There. There's actually 4 I could do. This one. I'll keep that actually, but it's a different one. Anything else? Or the newest one, which is just behind me here. Fantastic Sherlock Fox's kind gift. He's been doing a bit of a tradition since January where if I take part in a stream weekend, because they make me incredibly nervous, like, yeah, let's just say mental health, it's all over the board. Then I get a Lego kit. Well, this month's lovely surprise was the unfortunately pricey, but nice one, and this is the 2022 edition of Hogwarts Dumbledore's Office. But that's 654 pieces, which would take us quite a long time at 5 minutes of shot doing in streams. So yeah, those are the options. And we're back and I'm not dead. That's good. What time zone am I in? Yeah, we're in Mountain Lyric, so currently the math on that, if you prefer to measure off of GMT, during the summer we're in GMT -6. Normally it's GMT -7. I feel I could steal that one. Like, trying to decide, do I want to steal that one or do I want to just jump down with it? That's kind of the point, but I had to work my way back up if I did that, so yeah, let's just follow it. Hope for the best. It's funny though, I was looking the other day, somewhat drooling over the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition train, not realizing just how big it was. And in Canadian dollars, it's over 500, which is not something that I feel comfortable with, even when and or if the budget would allow for it. I don't feel comfortable with stuff at that price. So I decided, yeah, no go. Besides, the thing ended up being like 4 feet long, which is not something I've got room for. I mean, the Titanic, I liked the build on that one. I would be tempted to get it. I used to be quite a Titanic fan, but Cowabunga, I suppose. Whoa. Okay, where am I? Oh, torches. This is kind of a little creepy. Why am I going so slow? That's odd. Guess low fall? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so the little creepy, that the Titanic set just happens to be too big to put pretty much anywhere. For those of you that are unfamiliar with watching my streams, or have not been in Dadcrash Discord because I don't have my own, I am a huge chicken. I absolutely, whoa, there we go. I absolutely hate caving. As in, yeah, this is freaking me out pretty hardcore right now. So I'm gonna go with as much of it as I can handle, and then that's it. There will be no more after that. So if I freak out too much, we are out of here. But part of it was my other opportunity was I'm not very good at words right now, in general. So it's a little harder to keep up conversation sometimes during builds than it is here. And I don't have...
You don't seem very afraid.
You don't seem very frightening.
Thank you very much, CJ. Yeah, I made those cheaper, but see, here's what I found yesterday. I thought, oh, okay, we'll just come down here, light up, deal with the standard cave mobs. Well, this says otherwise. I thought, this is weird. I don't see much of anything else beyond this. Yeah, no, just beyond this big chunk over here, there's some lovely, lovely mine shafts. So, yeah, not high on my list. Ooh, diamonds! Okay, now what? Not gonna need those for a minute. By the way, the number of times on my way down the stairs I knocked on the wood railing is actually a little ridiculous. Yeah, putting that out there. This is gonna sound dumb, but I have a shop and all that, and these are the first diamonds I have mined this season. And of course they happen to be in deep slate. Love it. The other thing, I actually haven't got any deep slate yet in my arsenal. So I was actually thinking about using deep slate for the church, so I will have to do a bunch of mining here, but I don't know when I will be doing that. So yeah. Okay, got that. Try. Alright, that'll do. So I might overtorch a bit because I don't have heads up display or like an overlay available at the moment. Oh. Both yellow. Less so the general caving, you're right, the spiders bothering, but also the sheer likelihood of becoming overwhelmed by pure numbers of mobs. The other thing I'm not a huge... It's like walking in a dark alley. The other piece I'm not a fan of is one can sometimes find spawners in weird places. And lately, the Mojang's been adding more and more more and more sounds that cover it and make all kinds of ambient noise. Welcome on in, Minx. And those ambient noises cover until I end up getting unfortunately surrounded by, for lack of a better term in my world, it'd be armies of creepers. Yeah, that's not funny, CJ. Or armies of skeletons. Although, you know, what is kind of funny in that respect, actually, is I was joking a while back with Fantastic Sherlock Fox about how far down does this ruddy thing go? Holy crap. Pardon my... That was bad language, sorry. Lyric, I want to keep liking you. I really do. See, there's the creeper I was talking about. You, in your face. Right there. You, over there. Go away. What I would give for throwable torches around here. And at some point I have to earn myself a pair of sneaky pants. Either that or, okay. You've reminded me that there are some stickers I need to go and disable. Some of the really creepy, whispery ones that people have been using lately? Yeah. And that one? Wow. So yes, you wanted to get me? You got me. Good. One of the reasons I'm actually bothering going this low is I was looking around with the free cam, realized there is a way to get it not to clip through blocks so that it's not as cheaty as I originally thought it was, because I really just want to use it for building. But before I turned that feature on, I was looking around in here and showing my kids the mine shaft, which is just over there. And infinity bow for the win. Nope. Okay, not as winny as I thought it was. But in any case, I was talking with him about it, and I accidentally had come across a geode. Now, I have never actually personally been in a geode before. Wouldn't even know what to look for unless it bit me. So if I had accidentally gone inside one, I don't even know what this is, you know? Like, it's just one of those, hey, I don't think I have any of that in my storage. What is it? Tough. See? So tough is one of those things that you don't find if you're a freaked out surface dweller. Right? Now I've got some tough. There we go. I could say I feel tough, but I'd be lying. Yeah, I thought I had dynamic lighting, but it looks like either I didn't turn it on. Brightness is full bright, I think. Yep, not moody. Use quality, blah blah blah. Snow advanced. Animation, particles, details, render, yada yada yada, extras. Nope, at least not that I'm going to play with today. But yeah, so I need to do a lot of like actual materials mining down here as well. That's just one of those things I had found. Now I've got to get back up because I dropped down too many blocks. So used to having extra jump from doing the builds that sometimes catches me off guard. Oh, give me just a second. I was trying to figure out why I'm having double sounds, and it's because I forgot to fade out. There we go. Eric, what's your context? Aim to eat. Beans. Okay, so we're headed up there. I think. Did I not light up all this? I did light up that. Okay. Here's the other thing I just realized. 35. So we're kind of limited on where we're going to be. Ooh. Sorry, don't have any of those either. Come on, Squiddy McSquitter. I need you. Because I don't have any. I get something. Yay! Okay. Before I end up dead, put the new toys away. Right. Worst way up, best way up. There. And so, oh, question of the day. Sorry. What food is delicious but a pain to eat? Okay, so, like, for example, here's a wow, I can talk straight. One of my favorite things that I like is, I really enjoy pomegranates. Okay? But pomegranate seeds are quite a big pain in the butt to take out of the flesh. Okay? So that's what I mean by a pain to eat. What would you say is annoying to hair, I suppose? As I mentioned earlier, I'm doing an awful lot of knock on wood stuff, whether it be for lava or whether it be for monsters and whatnot. So the fact that I haven't seen a super ton of monsters at the moment, because I'm not in the major parts of the mineshaft yet, is just good news for me. Artichokes, yes. Exactly. Like, I don't think I've ever eaten a fresh artichoke, or like a cooked, from fresh kind of artichoke, because they're such an annoying thing to prepare. Oh, lordy, 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 CJ. You definitely got me.
Bravery is by far the kindest word for stupidity, don't you think?
That's all I gotta say about that one. There's the bridge from down below. Must be getting somewhere. Oh. Maybe you saw something I didn't see. That was actually quite satisfying. Alrighty. The other thing I noticed that I made a big boo-boo about, so deep slate on the bar, is I have to decide what block is sacrificial so that I can get past the lava, because it just occurred to me some dumb moron didn't bring any blocks with her. Okay. Assuming those are redstone. As ores, probably. Yep, that's what that is. Okay. If I lose that, I lose that. Unlike some people who love to decorate all kinds of things, I've never really been an ore decorator type. Like, where do I want to go? Artichokes, I love them, but they're terribly annoying. Exactly. Whoops. Well, that's not going to be any good. Hello. If you don't know that there's somebody in here, just wait till the rocket comes right past your face. Good spot. they'll just announce their presence for you. I'm really glad that Mojang didn't put something ridiculous like that into the game. Eek. Oh, not that one. Fondue sometimes, especially chocolate. That above me is a geode? Which, so, Digibot, are you saying I'm headed towards a geode up in a hole? Like, I'm not even sure if I want to get excited about that. Like, I don't even know where I am. Is that why it's kind of all weird rounded shape, like some sort of big ball? It's funny. That's the other thing, is there's some foods I love that are a pain in the butt to prepare. Back where you were. Because I have never broken into one before, and I actually would like to do that as an experience. How far back were you talking about? Do the cake bandit. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to eat said cake. Well, I would agree about geodes looking like a big ball. The problem... I'm just trying to pass. Oh. Okay, well. Yeah, for the purposes of having... Yeah, I have the block. Here's one of the things that I find frustrating for myself as a player. Now, I love LEGO. I love Minecraft. But remembering what every single block shape and texture... Oh, I see. Okay. That thing? The one that's like kind of sticking out weirdly with the... Okay, so the white in there would be like the calcite kind of stuff. Anyways, where I was going with that, and that's where I'm headed now then, apparently. Where I was going with that commentary about cake is to say that you don't have to eat it fresh. But sometimes cake can be such a pain to make if you just want to have a quick slice that and I believe Fantastic Chocolate Fox is too, are the kind of people that... You love icebox cakes? Love icebox cakes, and that means that sometimes you can go to the freezer aisle in your favorite grocery store and buy like a chocolate covered cake that's already been made for you, so that you can have your cake when you want it. On the other hand, even over the course of the several months that I've been a streamer, cake and me have been well, not cake, but sweets like cake have been far too frequent friends. So yeah. That's one of the reasons why I would love to improve my Minecraft skills. It sounds weird, but I'm choosing to have an attitude... Oh! Heck. I'm choosing to have an attitude... That's diorite, I know that. But, you know. But that if I actually felt comfortable with my skills in Minecraft a little bit more, then I wouldn't spend quite so much time post-stream going, okay, I started this thing, I've just got to get to a particular point in between streams. Oh, I don't think I've ever had smooth basalt that I can remember. Obviously the game thinks I have, so I must have got it from somewhere. Ooh. Okay. These won't stay on. Oh, froze the game. Hee. Yeah, that... Lovely. Okay, well. Oops. Wow. Okay, for those of you that are well more versed in this stuff than I am, can things spawn in here? As in, do I need to light the whole place up? Or is it generally somewhat spawn-proof-ish? Ish, kinda, maybe. Oh, I see. I was so almost here. No wonder you guys saw it before I really noticed it. Okay. So in other words, light this thing up like crazy, or I'm going to regret it. Good to know. Good to know. Let's keep with the theme. But I mean, based on the size of this one, I should be able to go like that and be generally good to go. I've got one over there. Okay, now, this is learning from scratch. This is why I'm going to be asking chat a whole lot of questions. So these ones that don't have any, whatever you call them, on them, floods or whatever, so these ones are safe to take out, in theory. And then the ones with the crystals on them, if I can still touch the crystals themselves, but I have to remember not to ruin the block itself because you can't just like silk touch that block and take it somewhere. Is that how that works? So then if we can't move the budding blocks, the ones that will regrow, if we can't move them that way, how is it that people that aren't on modded manage to get crystal farms? They have to be done inside a geo room to do that? Or is it something that they've very painstakingly, like, dug a big hole out of the side of the place and like piston shifted it? Not that I'm going to be doing that, but just more of a curiosity question. I've honestly never ever had amethyst before. And once they're blocks, they stay blocks apparently, right? You can't disassemble a block into like shards. So being fabric, I don't have like a zoom on my quality of life, so I will be probably figuring out fairly quickly here. Spoy. I can't spell. So you have to actually have the pieces to know that recipe. Oh, man. They're geofixed. Okay, so no moving, no disassembly. Gotcha. Yeah, if it has an X, it's not a flat, well, repetitive textured surface like these. And I'll be taking the shaders off pretty soon, but I figured I'd never seen one of these. Let's go with the funky lighting.
Hello.
Hey there, Stormy. Okay, last question for you before I go and make a fool of myself. I am well aware from some of the videos I've watched that these things, crystals growing, or when they grow, have multiple stages. Now, just so I don't actually pre-mine something I shouldn't, from what I've been sort of looking at, do these look to you guys all like the current crystals in here are full-sized, and therefore if I pull them off, I'm not wasting a stage? Fortunate crystals to get shards. Silk touch to get the bud pattern? Minx, can you elaborate on that? I don't quite know what you mean, and I didn't. And stupid me didn't bring my fortune axe, so I have to fortune pick. I need to wait till I get back, as in like come back here again. So touch to get the bud pattern. Well, thank you very much for the follow, Bill491. I always appreciate that. Actually, you got a little bit gypped there. Oops, I can't spell. So, get a little bit of micro fireworks for you. Boom! There we are. You can fortune them later. Okay, so if I was to... Yes, so I know that the shards are different. But so if I was to take one of these, actually, let's just risk the one on the floor. And just silk touch this piece. That's the cluster already. And then what do I do with those? I know I should probably do my research. I had never seen a geode. And so it was because where I was going with this story earlier on was to say there are so many different blocks available in the Minecraft game now that I actually have distinct difficulty remembering what everything looks like and what it's used for. When I'm privately playing and not on stream, I usually have like 3 or 4 tabs open on a browser in another window telling me what everything does. Okay, so I could theoretically plant these things, or not plant, place these things on, like, if you say any block, so in theory I could even place them on the ground because it's a block, and then fortune those, sort of like you would with a bookshelf when it becomes books. Okay. Cool, okay. But you guys are saying then these are full-sized, but as long as I leave this guy, it's a little different, in the floor, right where he is, then whatever surfaces are showing the X should grow more, which means in theory, if I take out the ones around it, I might actually get the remaining sides of the cube to grow some quartz. I know it sounds crazy, but I can't remember what, off the top of my head, I've been trying to figure it out, for accuracy purposes, what year I started playing Minecraft. It's been a few. But I cut my teeth on SevTech, which is funny to say that, but there's enough here's how you do it type steps in the tree and books and whatever that you can get from the various mods in that pack, so that I will admit I don't really think I learned a lot about the basic game, but it's not like it's my very first rodeo playing the game at all. Okay, so the one I've left like this, then, if I take off this piece, then this entire cube should regrow stuff, and these ones I can fortune when I get back. Okay, well, that's new. Awesome. And I'll have to come back and take out more calcite, because that's just cool. Which actually might be quite useful. Can calcite become anything else, other than... nope. Just curiosity, what is this? Oh, okay. Okay, we're not looking at that. That's what I need. One of the other things I like about some modded that you don't have in the base game, and of course not my quality of life stuff. I assume I have to AFK to get these to grow remotely anywhere near me. But where I was going with this was to say, one of the things I like about modded sometimes that you don't find in the base game, I wish they would have, is when you're just trying to look up a recipe, not necessarily that you have to have the whole thing on oops. That was not intentional. Oh, bad. What do you think you're doing? Oh, anyways, what I was looking for is the ability to like look up a recipe that you do know. Okay, that's the caveat. But that it would be, if you don't have your crafting table down, some of the mods, when you look up a recipe you don't have your table down for, it will just simply... Oops. Yeah, oops. It will just simply put an X beside, or like between the table and the item to show you can't actually make it because of whatever your reason is. So wish Vanilla had that. Actually, do I really care right now? Probably not. Take what I can reach, and assess. Okay, don't know about you. Nice bud. Okay, so as I understand it, then in theory, if I was to take this bud, then I would get some of these shards, but far fewer than if I take the full-size clusters and fortune them. Let's try that again, this time without the whoops. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna shut down the shaders for everybody else's edification, but that means I can actually see a bit of the bounding box a little better. Go. That one. Cool little sounds when they fall down. Ding! In all honesty, I think that would be a cool doorbell. I'd love to have it so you could rig it to make that sound. It seems very popular these... No? Darn it. Only the full size, so if I was to try and take the bud, then it would actually just simply destroy. Okay. When you say don't, you mean don't, and so I shall take your word for it. It's not a case of reading Rainbow. But you don't have to take his word for it. the ones... Whoop. Yeah. Whoop! There we go. Okay. Kind of? They make a bit of a sound, but it's like a way back there, tinkle. That just sounds strange. Still touch. Oh, bud. It's like, what? You can still touch the bud, but you can't fortune it. Yes, yes. No. What I meant is, if I was to silk touch the bud, then would I just get fewer crystals, and I'd be better off to leave it till it becomes a cluster, take the cluster, and then fortune the cluster. Does that seem like a more productive scenario? I'm just curious, because I don't want to destroy something and have it go poof entirely. The other question is... Actually, no. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Yeah, I can make blocks out of... Yeah, okay. But if I go this way, it's non-reversible, so I not do that. Now I'm being incredibly cautious, but this is also a new experience for me, so kind of excited in a good way. To think, I know it sounds wackadoodle, but to think I nearly said, forget this, not coming down here. I knew these things were here, but I had no idea where they were. And I'm gonna have to try and remember that block. I will say, CJ, that's probably one of the best accidental typos I've seen in a while. I would consider touching blood to be rather unfortunate. So... But I mean, if you want more detail on that, you might have to talk to someone like Ross who's got more experience with this stuff, and given that I want to be as nice as possible, let's not mess with that. Okay, now here's the other question. Just for curiosity's sake. This, I know I don't have my shaders on right now, which can cause all kinds of weird dynamic lighting jazz. So if it appears to be sort of self-lighting, as in every time I cut off a cluster, the room falsely appears to get... Well, I don't know if it's false or not, but the room appears to get dimmer. Does that mean, in theory, these are actually casting light, or is it just an effect like... Like, for example, redstone blocks appear to have a light, but they don't actually really do anything to the light score in terms of spawnability. Your voice keyboard? Okay, I don't even know what that is. Pretty sure we all acted the same way with the same questions when we found our first geode. Probably. But I used to be a tech support, and I think sometimes I wonder if Minecraft, lack of knowledge, is my karma for the years when I would have been that gal who sent you the email with the rather rude "let me Google that for you" link in the email. And I think I've gotten over, but I had some pretty not very nice opinions of certain individuals with particular international backgrounds, only because my tech support personal experience of those individuals, or sorry, of those nationalities, was not positive. There was more bitterness as a result of having to deal with particular people from a certain background. And I like everybody. And I try to be as patient as I can with everybody. But, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, CJ, in your voice keyboard. So it's actually a voice keyboard in terms of voice to text. Gotcha. Yeah. Dictation and all that. But yeah, so I really do think that sometimes my, oh, lucky me. My ability to be patient with people and especially myself. I know it sounds weird, it's not a myself thing, but when I don't understand something technically, my patience with myself is actually quite low because I have plenty of experience with people who were even thicker about stuff than I was, and it's kind of like hey, you survived teaching other people how to use things that were somewhat foreign and complex to them. Can't you figure yours out? It should be simple, given the number of people that play Minecraft, you know? Oh. So, derailed back to the crystals. Then technically one could argue this, with this only having a 1 block gap in between, is just stuck with it and generically unfortunate. It's either going to grow here or it's going to grow there, but yeah, in terms of efficiency, I'm down 1. Down, and it's even worse up there actually. I don't even know why I'm cleaning out the geode today. Like, kind of a dumb thing to do. Should actually be tagging it or flagging it and tagging it for during the week. But here I am. The worst, actually I wouldn't say the worst, but one of the other bad things is though I nearly took out the one right above me, because when I got up closer, it didn't necessarily look as
Squirrel!
Squirrel. So there's 3 redeemable by points sounds that I've got where squirrel. 3 sounds redeemable by points where they're actually on a randomizer in the background, and that means that I get, well, obviously random responses out of them. Example is the squirrel. Most of the time, I think it's got a weight of 3 to 1, so 25% chance, but I'm not fully sure. Actually, it could be just pure random. I can't remember which one I did. And so most of the time you'll get that version of squirrel you just heard. Once in a while you'll get a high-pitched, different tone version of it, and that's just, the character is Alpha, the lead dog from, well, supposedly lead dog from that same movie. So, yeah, I've got that one. Exactly, there you go. Very apropos, and no, it's not rigged, I didn't touch a thing. Anyway, there's that, and then, please don't do it right at this moment, but we've got the spider has a randomizer on it, just a couple different hisses, nothing too exciting. The creeper has a randomizer on it, where sometimes it'll just hiss, and other times it'll actually explode. I can't recall if I've got an Enderman with randomizer on it, or if I even have that one enabled at the moment. But, yeah. So, whirling away, get me different responses. Oh, I took off my board my response to that. There's also a response that I should probably put in actually as one of the randomized options. And it's same dog as the more commonly heard of squirrel sound, but he actually says instead, I hate squirrels. I hate squirrels! And in this case, both would apply. It makes a really clear ding. It's always frightening because I think I've taken out an X-shaped block.
We interrupt this program to annoy you and make things generally irritating.
I think I've already mentioned on stream why that was originally put in. It was intended as a bit of a gag for our fine friend Zerk, but strangely enough, I don't think he's actually ever triggered it. I'm totally okay with that. Also, there was, I've kept it in, even after Zerk didn't redeem it. I've kept that one in with another particular visitor in mind, but I'm not going to say who that is, because that's just rude. Who's going to get the crown this time? Aha! So Benson and Fantastic Shot Fox have both discovered that I have adjusted the start fight command or the mods to be able to use without cost. It's intended. There are times when we've got, you know, rig situations or other little things, or sometimes when it's just dead and we need to pull people out of the woodwork. So they've got extra access to it, whereas other people either A, run out of points, or B, have possibly run into a cooldown. So, yeah. Somebody spilled the beans. Well, I've talked for months, actually, off and on, about having a minor, like I don't know, some sort of text conversation with all the mods to try and say, hey, what would you guys like for commands and how do you want to run things and stuff? Do I actually ever action that? No. Would it be smart? Yes. But yeah. Oh. Well, Benson is once again my biggest fan. I wouldn't argue with that, but thank you very much. I do appreciate the point expenditure on that one. Although I will say, Benson, just for your information, before you were able to drop in this afternoon, Lyric had pointed out that he says he needs to lurk in more of my streams so that he can buy the Lego Build Redeem. I'm sure that does not surprise you in the least. Ooh. Oops, I blew a hole in the roof. Oopsie daisy. Go. The Lyrics is once again my biggest fan. Wow. 2 of you. One other commentary you may see, or things you may see popping up, is, it just came up yesterday, so I'll bring it up again today, is just that there are a few commands that, depending on how you interpret them, can seem a little bit less family-friendly, but they are meant in the silliest sibling sort of family-friendly way. Things like, you know, high fives and hugs are meant to be supportive and that sort of thing. But I just bring it up because sometimes I've actually had a couple of people message me going, I don't know if you really want to have that particular command in there. And then when I asked further what they mean by that, they explained it, and it just so happened that the situation involved could have been taken as unfamily friendly, even though on the surface it's really not meant to be. So it was just one of those conversations where it was, oh, well, yeah, it looks like that because that's how you chose to choose to take it. Yeah. Just, it's more the warning than anything else. Okay. What am I getting here? I'll save it. Don't need a ton of that. It's for... Oh, right, these are the side-by-side buds. Oh. That could have been fun. Okay. Not necessarily trying to get all of the purple amethyst at the moment. It's more that I'm trying to open up as many of these so that when I can get the cojones to come back again, I've ensured that all the ones that could bud might have the opportunity to do so, because it may take me longer to get down here, so that AFKing is almost a guaranteed thing, just simply by the fact that it takes me time to get here. Let's go ahead if you want to reclaim. Hey, why would we do that? Yellow breaks up the sibling rivalry. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't remember whether or not... I know I've taken a few of the commands out. They weren't necessarily not the family friendly, it was more that it could also be used in a bit of a negative way. But yeah, I used to have a exclamation point punch, which is designed for, like, you know, you give a friendly punch to somebody in the shoulder. But that was one of the ones I got warned about, because sometimes people who don't want to play actually end up choosing that one. So yeah. But that's okay. Also, where I'm coming with that to full circle the whole thing is there, for all those interested, there is a command available via points if you wish to save up. And if you see a command that you think is missing, or you would like to see something there, then you can always redeem that. Now you've got options in terms of you spend the bigger bucks, then you get a private command that only you can use. At this time, because I have no reason to limit it, we can do more than one, provided you've got the points for it. But if there's something that you come up with an idea that you think, hey, this might be fun for more than just me to use, then you can always redeem the cheaper version, and we can look at setting up things that other people can use too. So yeah, that's where that goes. People taking things out of context. Siblings. Yeah. Fantastic Sherlock Fox is right. I keep tweaking the stream. The problem is, by spending enough time tweaking the stream, then I don't spend enough time documenting the tweaks I've put in. So it's not there yet, but one of my plans this week, while Fantastic Sherlock Fox is unfortunately on business travel and the kids are back at school, which is also unfortunate. I mean, I like having them around most of the time. But one of my plans this week is to put together a panel in the About section of the channel. That's going to have a brief summary of some of the groups
I got
of
an idea!
ideas. Oh. EJ Bot would like to add a public command. Ooh. Okay, so I've got a file. What that one does, my bot does, is it writes to a file that says commands to add, and it notes to me whether it's a public request or a private request. And then it takes the input that CJ just put in there and spits that to a file. So I can take a look at that and then get in touch with CJ either to let him know what the command will be so he can demonstrate it, or let him know if there's some sort of reason that I'm not comfortable with the suggestion he made. I suspect I'll probably be very comfortable with the suggestion he made, but, you know, I always figure it's probably best to stick it in the back. Let me just see real quick if I can access that in a speedway. Oh, nope, wrong one. Here we go. What did CJ put? Random Minecraft facts. Huh. I have to see how I can do that one yet, so I'm just putting a little flag for the moderators just to say when something like that happens, if you could leave that one uncompleted, just so that I can complete it when I can make sure that that's a real thing. Because awarding back points after completion has been marked is not something I've managed to figure out yet. And I'm not even sure if it can be done. I just don't want to risk gypping somebody. Random Minecraft facts. Hope we're not talking like, you know, facts for noobs. I suspect I can probably do it in a database pull file. Or make use of the as yet unused quotes command and use the back end of that for Minecraft facts. GCG, if you could DM me later and just let me know a little bit more about what sort of facts you had in mind with your suggestion. But I think that's going to be something we can do, but I may need to try and narrow it down because I'm just sort of saying, did you know that you can fortune the such and such? It's kind of a really cheesy fact. So, yeah, we can look into further detail on that one. Okay, does anybody spot any of the buttable blocks where I have not cleared all sides? That I think this one up top is probably the only one I can see like that. And we're off to see what else we can find. Scaffold, are you going to let me win today? Yes. Excellent. No, you're not. Back here. Oh, maybe I did? I don't know. That's a safe spot. Okay. 'Cause I was thinking, like, there's, you know, if I keep saying you know, obviously you're not going to know. But in terms of, like, types of facts, I mean, there's all sorts of things. Because it could be, you know, when Minecraft was first released in 2000, whatever it was. I know this, it's just not on top of my head at the moment. That the creeper was a result of being an original design for or an early design for the pig model. You know, that sort of crazy Minecraft fact. One of the more unique uses for the loom is that you can actually use it as a ceiling tile. That's not something that most people would necessarily think of, and so they tend to learn it. It could even be, technically it's a Minecraft fact, even though it's not really what I think CJ's getting at, when somebody said, as a tips and tricks for using a particular block in an interesting and unusual sort of way. I mean, one could get really tight on one's suggestion and consider it like exclamation parody and have the differences, but those shift. Sometimes I think they're faster than somebody. Differences and similarities between the two games shift faster than you can change your socks. So yeah, that's not one that's my particular skill level to be able to put into a command, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. I just might need to ask somebody for some help. Okay. Random. Number of blocks will kill you with feather falling 4. Or that whole, if you're in a boat and you drop specifically from this many blocks high, ... Which, in one of Dadcraft's old videos, he tested that, so I just thought it was kind of amusing. But it was just kind of fun to watch Dadcraft and Loy and the Pigglesworth driving themselves off a pillar, riding in a boat, just so that they could be specifically a particular number of blocks off the ground when they tried to go off the pillar in a boat, and see whether or not they would survive. One of the things you do when you're bored at the end of an MHC. Okay. So we are actually wasting an awful lot of time in here. But I mean, that's the way streams go. So I have got a bunch of stuff. Let's see what else. Put this stuff away. Because just in case I showed up to something, it would make me kind of disappointed if I lost it all. Purple blocks for purple stuff? Sure. And stuff found near purple. This stuff. I can need that. Okay. I think the other magic scores are in there, which is fine. Oh, let's put it away first. What's the purpose here? If you have half a heart, put your head in a block, you will die immediately. Well, I certainly wouldn't have that for points redemption, but I can totally see how you could troll somebody with something like that. Ooh, did I? Yep. Oh. Dang it. Water. Where are you? If I go through this dirt wall, maybe. Or not. Okay. Dirt holes in the middle of weird cave generation always reminds me it's kind of like someone's been here before and they just plugged it up with dirt. And I would actually laugh if I found out that really was the case. Like, why did you do that? There we go. I can see now. And I might have blocks to build with. He's out. Close in. Let's not fall off the edge here. So my cautiousness, as I was going to say a while back, needs to figure out how to either legit earn and or beg, borrow, and buy set of sneaky pants. And the reason for that... Oops. Oh, forgot to put a point. And the reason for that is that... not that one. There we go. Yo. 1. Aha, funny that it just happens to be purple. This one. Off. Alright. But yeah, because I'm so cautious and I tend to spend a lot of time crouching, then having sneaky pants would make everything a little bit faster for other people to see. Creeper, you are ahead of me. Question is where? There's the water. Nothing for you to fall off of there. Okay. I spot you before you spot me. Jump. What a weird shape. I can tell I haven't done a whole lot of caving when I'm not used to this sort of thing. Like, a lot of the ones you see in other people's videos are quite different. Oh, that's good. There. I'm also doing it wrong, but that's okay. I can hear it. I cannot see it. Okay, well. Did not hear the creeper. What else you can find in this other cave? That's going to be in the quotes section. So Benson, I will fire you a DM later on with instructions on how to actually be able to add quotes. Because, yeah. I like that. Wow. This isn't just a matter of Delenn needs a compass. We've gone beyond Delenn needs a compass. I've got a compass. It's not helping. I don't like that lava, but it's a safety factor, so... Oh, gee. Not expect, though, that it would be that close together. Blurp, blurp, blurp. Okay. Cross and around, I suppose. Oh. What about the DM? As in, I will send you a direct message later with instructions on how we can figure out how to get it posted for others as well, like how to do it. But I will send you instructions on how we can add silly quotes like that. As you know, the whole example you gave of if you shoot Stormy, she'll shoot you right back. That kind of thing. We can definitely put those in there. Because it probably is not the random Minecraft facts CJ's talking about. At least that's not my interpretation of it. You know, he can always DM me and say otherwise if you want different. I keep looking up because I really hate things dropping on my head. And I know I said yesterday in stream there was something, oh hey, I better get that switched to my name instead of, or switch to Botter Oswin rather than whoever it was, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Oh, yeah. There is that. Gotta deal with that sort of stuff too. Because I can't remember, and unfortunately the chat does not, unfortunately the chat didn't go back far enough for me to be able to look it up again. If we had, on this server, the things beside other things catching on fire, so fire spread, I would be in so much trouble just on a regular basis. And once again. Okay, so tough and more. Where do you sleep? Okay. I guess we go down. Why? Negative 19, okay. I'm a little low. The other question I've got, actually, when this is over, is... vaguely wondering if I'm going to attempt to fly out of here. It just occurred to me I've been wearing my elytra this whole time. Or, whether I would... Oh. That's a really weird cavern. Yeah. The heck? A strange shape up there. That way instead. My torch back. Just so many nooks and crannies. Anyways, I was wondering whether I was going to try and fly out of here, or whether I was just going to try and find a spot and dig up. In either case, I probably should not be wearing my elytra if I don't intend to use them. Alright. Oops. That's going to cause me trouble if I don't get that. So we may end up spending the last few minutes working on some of the build, simply because I'm running myself out of torches here. And on the bright side, though, unlike last season on the Bedrock server, I did not feel that I needed to hire, in quotes, another player to light things up for me. It's safe to cop to it. I probably had said as much last season, but I chickened out and hired Neon to come and light up under my base for me because I was getting swamped by spiders and slimes, and there was something else. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I hired Neon to do it. He's like, 1 diamond, I will spend all afternoon going underneath your base and lighting everything up. And of course, this is pre-118 generation, so it's predictable where you were going to find diamonds. And I figured, okay, well, for 1 diamond, I can handle that. Because you can branch mine your way safely to a single diamond. So yeah, I hired Neon. The heart attack, or the stress I had given myself in terms of attempting to do it myself and failing, was not worth that, and so yeah, I took the easy way out. This season, as you can see, I'm not any more bold. At the moment, I'm just getting lucky. And at some point, my luck is going to run out. Because you're also aware that I've opened up, or, no. Heck. Oh. I have lit up a bunch of caves, but it actually has occurred to me that I managed to entirely avoid mineshaft that we talked about earlier. And instead got myself utterly lost elsewhere. Yeah. There is that. Oops. Get up. So we're on the surface, but if I go to the cave map, there is just a little bit. So I think we were over to the west a little bit here, and it moved a bit. I think. But it might have actually, I may not have been there, it might just be lower. You can see on the journey map, because it's mapping all the caves, I have a few geodes to visit, and this is the way I would have actually looked it up had I not ooh. Better go find those later. Nice big ones. Had I not accidentally found interesting stuff earlier. Okay. It's relatively quiet in most places, and then suddenly there's this blob. And there's a couple nearby, but below me. Really odd. Yeah, it's strangely quiet down here. As I said, I'm not going to knock it. Yeah. There. Somebody's trying to find me from below, I can tell. Okay. Somewhat back the way we came. That spot just feels like it's gonna be trouble. Okay. Did Dell say she was going to do a mine shaft and then do something entirely different? Sure. How do I think DC is liable to respond? Scam! Right, isn't that what Dell does best? So, for those of you that are familiar with Dadcraft 73's community, one of the things that he's talked about very, very recently is going to be basically a bingo contest, in essence. And the fastest players will get to face the man himself. I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm very, very happy to watch it like some sort of esports. But as you've seen from my bingo times, yeah. The lack of having a bingo time simply because I have yet to finish is a really big factor in that. But I do intend to watch rather carefully because, hey, maybe there's something aside from, you know, don't spawn in a tree that would probably help my skills a little bit there. And the other thing about it is, if I do bingo the same way I was approaching these caves today, I can guarantee nobody's going to get any for fast. Oh. My favorite way to describe creepers that I heard on someone else's stream not too long ago was those that throw hissy fits. I loved it. It was just cute. Okay, I'm sort of finding my way back. Sort of, maybe, kinda. Follow yourself. Okay. There's the bridge. I went, holy moly! Did I ever go completely the wrong direction? Wow. So, yeah. I guess we have a mine in store this week. Oops, actually, let's just see where I am. So I've been there. I take a look at the surface map right above. Not even anywhere near home. Okay, back to the caves. Huh, interesting. I need to go west a good bit. And not what I want to be. Surface. Roughly down here, I'm just going to make another spot. Oh, this one. Home-ish. Oh, oops. Come on. Ish. Go something nice and bright. Lime? Sure. It'll get the point across because I hate that color. Alright. Save. There we go. Me. Home-ish. Perfect. Okay, so we want to go west. 5 torches says home-ish is where my hearth is. Tis. And I have to remember I rode the water down. May not be able to ride the water back up again. How far can I get? Aloha, Max Money. Welcome aboard. Or should I say welcome back? Hello. Glad to see you. Well, you know, up might be useful. Come on, Dell. Don't be a doofus. Try to stream. Hold up, Pete. We even got a cheaty helmet, so I mean, come on. I go up in a stream. Then. Ha ha ha! Wow. Okay. Score of D for dumb. Seriously, all you're doing is causing yourself trouble. Okay. Is that the end of the stream? Yeah, it is, because there's a wall there. Just stay in the stream, please. Oh. Not be dead, please? That would be nice. Okay, I can get up on a ledge. Maybe. Come on, you. Nauseating. Little hole. Yeah. Not in the lovely Australian way. Great. I'm not here to branch mine. Fine. Okay. Right into a wall? No. I was trying to do. Oh, so I thought I could get up there, and I cannot. Okay. Huh. Well, I've made sure, just so you guys know, I cannot go through blocks that way. Rather than me exploring that way. Go up. Hello. Okay. Ah, so I've ridden a water stream up to nowhere. Alright, that was dumb. Down. Wrong. Oh. Yeah, it was the wrong water stream altogether. Okay. Up. Oh, definitely not. Nope, definitely not. Okay. Free cam's way off over there. Not even in the right direction. 2, 4. Let's try this again. Need to be going south. I can. Right. This is the stream, I think. Okay. Oh. Yes, okay. Close enough. How to get there? First off, go down. Okay. Okay. Aim for south. Oh, I am on the Java server. And I'm trying to remember to make it a thing, but I'm actually interested in making the... Wow. Oh. Hey, wait a minute. Back here. I'm trying to make it a thing, but I'm actually interested in finding some sort of way of getting the word dad into the coffee server name. I like the connection. We have Dad Rock. And Swanky made me smile quite a lot with when he referred to the modded server as Dad Mod, because of the whole silly joke reference to having and or not having a dad bod. So I liked that silliness as well. I think this is the one I came up. I'll give this a shot. by puns intended on a shot. Yep, it's a bad place to be. As it distracts me, leave me be. Oh, creepers too. Oh, joyous. Yes, go the potato away. Yeah, monkey. I need some. That's what I figured was gonna happen. Oh. In fact, I can't even see you now. Come here. Come here. Go this way. Get your head chopped. Take that. Well, that's one for the books. Alright, let's try this again. Want south. And there's a creeper up there. But riding a waterfall and shooting is something I've tried a couple times. Not usually successfully. So let's just hope we don't do something extra stupid like I just did. Well, no more creeper, I guess. Oh. You want... Are you coming? Okay. This way. Coming? Is eat now? You gen sucks. Come on. Wow. Sadly, CJ, you got me. At this point in the game, I am just way too easy to get on things like that. Up and over. Okay, now this is the wrong one as well. I should be seeing the way out. However, I think I figured out why I don't. A, it's the roof, and B, nighttime. Which means that I'm not going to have the help of an overhead light. Holy dark? No, it's not. I'm sorry guys for the incredibly bad view. Okay. Nothing could fall on me, right? Excellent. Okay. Guys, again. So, over here. Wow. Hello. Sure hope not. Yeah, that's not something I need. Though, in all honesty, I would not be surprised. Oh, diamonds. Nice. Did I go on the wrong half of that? I think... Nope. Let's glow whatchamacallums. Okay. There's that ending stupid... Oh, well, there's another way out. Sort of. At the edge of what's been rendered, so that's kind of cheaty. Want to be over there anyway. Okay, so that's back in... Another Out of Blood experience from the other way. Okay. South. Wow. Really moving on that camera. Okay, so both. To my left. Of course, direction is based off of. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I may have to just dig up. In the dark. Yeah. Okay, well. That's fantastic. We have 10 minutes to see if Dylan will die before his stream is over. And as much as I would love to potentially run overtime, I unfortunately not today. Those squids galore, or direction I'm not going. But yeah, I ran myself out of torches. I think, actually. I remember whether or not I put a safety set in that box, or if I got entirely. Safety set, yay! I'm easily amused. Yes, that's where I just came up. And somehow managed to get on this side. No idea how. Okay. They lit up so nicely. Right. Back down. Down the water. Go the other way. Then south. Oh. That really shouldn't get me that easily. Come on. Come on. There's another one. Another, waterfall. Oy. I got nice boots, but really. Oh, my face. Nope. Don't really like jumping from there. Well, I'm definitely not gonna ride that down. Suicide. The thing I do not, or not the thing, one of the things I do not like about Bedrock. Yeah, I don't have a fake sound for that. How come you're going the wrong direction? One of the things I don't like about Bedrock is that I don't like the whole forward bridging thing. Only insofar as I'm a doofus and can't seem to get it to work for me. When I'm bridging in Bedrock, I find that I have a tendency to, there we go. I have a tendency to, somehow get close enough to other objects in such a way that the forward bridging always puts resources in the wrong spot. As a player who tends to have limited quantities of resources, I don't necessarily like losing them to, I don't even remember where those diamonds were I saw earlier. South that way, okay. So yeah, I don't really like losing them to mistaken placements that I can't reach. Why did I put this here? Oh, the early diamonds. I'm never gonna need again. Back up on this one, see if I can not drown going up this way. Probably not get shot either, right? Right? Maybe? Kinda? Sorta? See? Where is this water going? That way. Up, please. Going. Okay, even from my point of view, that was... Glenn said she might die on the way home. What a scam. Yeah, I would agree with you there. I didn't expect to get home before the stream was done. Or I figured I would fall to my death. So, that said, please do enjoy another round of being a champion, or attempting such championships, as I just simply walk home and finish up with a little tiny bit of building. Should have got a lot more of that deep slate stuff, but I'm home-ish. Right? If I'm smart, I'll move the home-ish marker to being in that water stream. If I'm extra smart, I'll dig straight down and give myself a tunnel that I can use to just fly out of in the future. Because it has occurred to me I'm still wearing the wings. I keep talking about it and never use them. Oh, you're not welcome. I don't want you at all. Huzzah! Alright. As we wrap up, what I'm actually going to do here is I would love to simply work our way through. First off, be home. There we go. Pardon my itchy ears today. Wow. Itchy, itchy. Who have we got? I do not think my list has updated correctly, but someone else can confirm for me. As we go. Nice run. Nice run. I don't think so. Oh, I see. I see. Silly me. So as we disappear here, one of the things I'm going to do is GG, 2 wins with the pillow. What did you hide inside? Is it catnip? So we can all go a little crazy like our pet pussycats? Or is the weapon of the pillow hiding?
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! Glad you found your cricket. Yay! Yeah, we made it home. We didn't die. Ish. Which actually, I'll be a little more honest about that. We popped a totem. I'm going to call that a game death. And it's only 15. That includes all the ones I've had from bingo. So yeah, not too bad. Okay. As we finish up here, I think what I'm going to do is I will just quickly pop up the schedule. Even though I have finished out this weekend's stream weekend, I want to be able to say thanks to all the people that participated, whether they're hiding in stream or whether you guys got to see them or hear them earlier. So we've had wonderful work out of ITT Tom and Shinigami and Miroku and Kreef, the Dynamites, Mr. and Mrs., Swanky Potato, and then of course Stormy was awesome as well. We've had some great stuff from Carnage Joe across the other side of the planet. We've had, I think that was everybody, yep, and then myself. So, as always, you may or may not see the different people on the next round of, if there is another round of Stream Weekend. No one ever knows, as each time we've done this, there's always different things going on in people's lives. But those were the fine folks that participated this time round. So then, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the end screen, and that way I can say my thank yous to those of you that were able to hang out and stream today. So thank you very much, Bill, for the brand new follow. Thank you very much, Dynamite, for sending the raid train over here. And then we had Lyric and Max and Benson and CJ and Yellow hanging out and chit-chatting with us. We also had Fantastic Sherlock Fox and Benson helping corral the craziness. And Minx Nevada as well was hanging out. Thanks again to G. James and Never Weaken for showing up for the first time, and Stormy for dropping in and saying hello. I think that's the long and the short of the whole list. I do need to slow that scroll down for my own reading purposes next time. But that's where she's going to leave it. I would love to go a little further and do a bit of something else, but I think we're going to have to wait. My personal next stream is noon to 2 Eastern from this very same server on Tuesday. And after saying that, I don't think I missed anybody. If I did miss saying it, you and giving you a verbal shout out, thank you so much for dropping in, and I do appreciate it. I think from here, I don't believe they're on the same servers we are right now, but I'm going to send you guys over to CJ RV Williams, who appears to be live at the moment. Give him our best. And, oops, wrong one. I've got cheaty buttons for a lot of stuff, and I didn't just hold it long enough. So yeah, we're gonna head over to CJ RV Williams. He's playing Minecraft. That's what all I can tell you. And I know he's high quality because he's also part of the Dadcraft community. So yeah, last piece just before we go. is that if you have access and want to use them, feel free. We've got a set of emotes for subs and a set of emotes for the non-subs, but if you have any favorite emotes that you want to share with him, that's fantastic. We will just give him our best, take care of him. I will not be able to join you more than simply saying hello. I've got another meeting that I have to be at in person in half an hour. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that is, but I hope everyone finishes up the tail end of their weekend or the start of their week well. We will see you again next time. Bye-bye for now, and have yourselves a great day. You're very welcome, Lyric, anytime.
Transfer complete.